Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life stories with Asperger's syndrome and the like, and hopefully taking you all on a journey what my life is like with Asperger's syndrome and the like. So it's been brought to my attention, even though while I'm missing in action, that I'm trying to vary up some of my topics right now for you guys, so hopefully that you can get some educational resources if need be, or whatever reasoning behind the page that you are landing right now. So this one's obviously going to be another autism and series, or just a autistic related kind of topic that I'm going to bring out to you right now based on my research. Just to low down before I begin, as a disclaimer, as always, I'm no medical doctor, I'm just your normal J blogs. So if you see any warning signs and symptoms from any of the videos that are health related in the past or present videos that I've shared on my channel, do seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, or even seek professional advice for yourself or your loved one, as well as maybe just seeking professional second opinion, because I don't forever condone self-harm. Also, in the lowdown, also as a disclaimer, some of these research papers that I am researching ain't New Zealand based because of our limited resources that we have, so bear with me. Some of it will be either from a American side or an Australian side, or some other site that's not New Zealand's, sites, which I humbly apologize for the ones that really want to know in the lowdown of basically what it is all about. So this one's probably going to be causing a bit of controversy of what I'm going to share with you all, but I'm hoping in saying this that we can learn from each other and educate from each other. This one's all about behavior analysis, or applied behavior analysis, I should say. So if you're liking some of the videos that I've shared with you, or smash the like or comment below to let me know. I know that there will be many differences of opinion on what I'm about to share, but that's okay. I'm hoping to open for discussion what you guys believe in this topic, especially because it has been on the limelight of some people that may not agree. But let's just be reasonable when it comes down to commenting below based on your experiences with this, just to hopefully be it a positive outcome that we can have this open for discussion. So let's begin this. Behavior analysis is a scientifically validated approach to in the way of understanding the behaviors and how it is affected by the environment. However, in this context of behavior, this will refer to the actions and skills. Environment, which would include any influence, physical or social, that might change or be changed by one's particular behavior. On a practical level, the principles and methods of behavior analysis have helped many different kinds of learners acquire many different skills, from healthier lifestyles to the mastery of a new language. In the years since of the years of 1960s, therapists have been applying behavior analysis to help children with autism and any other related developmental disorders. So you may be answering, so what is applied behavior analysis? Well, let me explain. Behavior analysis focuses on the principles that explain how long the learning will take place. Positive reinforcement is one such principle that has been included in this. When a behavior is followed by some sort of reward, the behavior is more likely to be repeated over and over again. So there has to be some form of task or something to be repeated to gain that interaction with your child with autism or some other form of developmental disorder. Through decades of research, though, the field of behavior analysis has developed many techniques for increasing useful behaviors and reducing those that may have caused harm or interfere with the everyday learning. Applied behavior analysis is the use of these techniques, however, as well as the principles, to bring out the more meaningful and positive change in behavior. As mentioned before, behavior analysis began working with young children with autism and related disorders in the 1960s. Early techniques often involved adults directing most of the instruction. Some allow the child to take the lead. Since that time, however, a wide variety of ABA techniques have been developed for building useful skills in learners with autism from toddlers straight through to our years of adulthood. These techniques, however, can be used in structured situations such as a classroom lesson, as well as in everyday situations such as family dinner time or the neighborhood playground, or anything really for that matter. Some ABA therapy sessions involve one-on-one interaction between the behavior analysis and the participant. Group instruction can likewise be proven useful. Also, in saying this, for some of these sessions, you as an adult or parent can do this for children as well. So the next question, will ABA benefit those with autism? So bear with me. I might abbreviate the analysis, applied behaviour analysis, down to ABA as an abbreviated form. So today, ABA is widely recognised as a safe and effective treatment for autism. It has been endorsed by a number of state and federal agencies, including the US Surgeon General and with the New York State Department of Health. Over the last decade, the nation has seen a particularly dramatic increase in the use of ABA to help persons with autism live happy and productive lives. In particular, ABA principles and techniques, however, can foster basic skills such as looking, listening, and imitating, as well as complex skills such as reading, writing, conversing, and understanding another person's perspective. What does research tell us about ABA? A number of completed studies have been demonstrated that ABA techniques can produce improvements in communication, social interactions, social relationships, play, self-care, school, and employment. These studies involved age groups ranging from preschoolers to adults. Results for all age groups showed that ABA increased participation in family and community activities. A number of peer-reviewed studies have examined the potential benefits of combining multiple ABA techniques into comprehensive, individualized, and intensive early intervention programs for children with autism. So the earlier the better. If you did this kind of technique with your children, the better the outcome as well. Comprehensive refers to interventions that addresses a full range of life skills, from communication and sociability to self-care and reading for school. Early intervention refers to programs designed to begin before the age of 4, because as you know, people with autism usually has it at the tender age of 3 or even earlier. Intensive refers to programs that total 25 to 40 hours per week for up to 1 to 3 years. These programs, however, will allow children to learn and practice skills in both structured and unstructured environments or situations. The intensity of these programs may be particularly important to realize to replicate the thousands of interactions that typical toddlers may experience each and every single day while interacting with their parents and their own peers. Such studies have demonstrated that children with autism experience significant improvements in learning, reasoning, communication, and adaptability when they participate in high-quality ABA programs. Some preschoolers who participate in early intensive ABA for 2 or more years, acquire sufficient skills to participate in regular classrooms with little or no additional support. Other children may learn many other important skills, but still need additional educational support to succeed in a classroom. Across studies, a small percentage of children has shown relatively little improvement. More research is needed to determine why some children with autism respond more favorably to early intensive ABA than others do. Currently, it remains difficult to predict the extent to which a particular child will actually benefit this. In some studies, researchers compared intensive ABA with less intensive ABA and or other early intervention or special education programs for children with autism. Generally, they found that children who receive intensive ABA treatment make larger improvements in more skilled areas than do children who participate in other interventions. In addition, the parents of the children who receive intensive ABA reports greater reductions in the daily stress than do parents of the ones whose children receive other treatments. With ABA. A number of research studies has confirmed that ABA techniques are effective for building important life skills in teens and adults with autism as well. Many comprehensive autism support programs for adults employ and combine ABA techniques to help individuals transition successfully into independent living and employment. However, the benefits of intensive ABA programs remain far less studied in teens and adults than they have been with young children. This is a research area of particular interest to Autism Speaks, even though I didn't want to bring this part out in their form of supporters. What does ABA? Effective ABA intervention for autism is not a one-size-fits-all category for people. Gotta remember, approach and should never be viewed as a canned set of programs of set drills. This is on the contrary. A skilled therapist customizes the intervention to each learner's skills, needs, interests, preferences, and family situation. For these reasons, an ABA program for one learner will look different than a program for another learner. That being said, quality ABA programs for learners with autism have the following: planning and ongoing assessment. A qualified and trained behaviour analyst will design and directly oversee their intervention. The analysis development of treatment goals stems from a detailed assessment for each of the individual learning skills and preferences, and may also include some of the family goals. Treatment goals and instruction are developmentally appropriate and target a broad range of skill areas such as communication, sociability, self-care, play and leisure, motor development, and academic skills. Goals emphasize skills that will enable the learners to become independent and successful in both the short and long-term goals that has been carried out. The instruction plan breaks down desired skills into manageable steps to be taught from the simplest, for example, imitating single words, to the more complex of tasks, e.g. carrying on for a conversation. The intervention involves ongoing objective measurement of the learner's progress. The behaviour analyst frequently reviews information on the learner's progress and uses this to adjust any procedures and goals if so needed. The analyst then meets regularly with the family members and program staff to plan ahead, review progress, and to make adjustments as needed. Also, techniques and philosophy behind this. The instructor uses a variety of behaviour analytic procedures, some of which are directed by the instructor and others initiated by the learner. Parents and all other family members, as well as caregivers, receive training so they can support learning and skill practice throughout the day. The learner's day is structured to provide many opportunities, both planned and naturally occurring, to acquire and practice skills in both structured and unstructured situations. The learner then receives an abundance of positive reinforcement for demonstrating useful skills and socially appropriate behaviours. The emphasis is on positive social interactions and enjoyable learning. The learner then will receive no reinforcement for behaviours that poses harm or prevents any learning. What kind of progress can be expected with ABA? Competently developing can help learners with autism make meaningful changes in many areas in their life. However, changes don't typically occur quickly, so bear this in mind. Rather, most learners require intensive and ongoing instruction that builds on their step-by-step progress. Moreover, however, the rate of progress, like the goals of intervention, varies considerably from person to person depending on their age, level of functioning, family goals, and many other factors. Some learners do acquire skills quickly, but typically this rapid progress happens in just one or two particular skill areas such as reading, while much more instruction and practice is needed to master another skill areas such as interacting with their own peers. Who is qualified intervention? Just as a medical treatment program should be directed by a qualified medical professional, ABA programs for learners with autism should be designed and supervised by qualified professionals, which include either licensed clinical psychologists with training in applied behaviour analysis or behaviour analysts who are board certified with supervised experience providing ABA treatment for autism, or who can clearly document that they have equivalent training and experience. Because of the huge demand for ABA intervention for autism, many individuals, however, as well as the programs, now claim to provide ABA. Some are private practitioners or agencies that offer services in a family home. Others operate in private schools, and still others provide consultation and services to public schools. Unfortunately, some who claim to offer ABA lack the field's established minimum requirements in education and practical experience. Family members, teachers, and others involved in developing these individual therapies and support programs should keep the following in mind: choosing an ABA program or practitioner. Number one, always check credentials of those who claim to be qualified in behaviour analysis. For example, for licensed clinical psychologists, you should inquire about the level of training in behavioural interventions for autism, including training in applied behaviour analysis. This is number two. For behaviour analysis, though, however, you should determine whether the person has been credentialed with the Behaviour Analysis Certification Board or the Association of Professional Behaviour Analysts. These professionals often supervise other people, including these professionals, or paraprofessionals, I should say, will be working directly with your child. This is important so that you feel confident that the licensed clinical psychologist or behaviour analyst is providing regular supervision to anyone working directly with your child. Parents, guardians and other caregivers should monitor the program by observing sessions and participating in training sessions and consultations at all times. Well, this quickly ends a real short brief overview about the behaviour analysis. Smash the like button, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends. Feel free to comment below to share your experiences with this, and be on the mind, as I said before earlier in the piece, that if you do open up, as I open up this floorboard for discussion about your experiences, let's keep it clean and actually positive if we can, by just supporting one another, because as we know, support is more important than just the letdowns. And all to do, guys, basically, if you haven't done so already, I hope that you would like to join me. If you feel free to subscribe, because I do this usually on the daily, but as I said before, change permitting of my schedule while I'm away. Could be only 3 times a week, but don't worry, fret. Monday, Wednesday, Friday hopefully will be the schedule for now. And if you haven't seen me floating about in some of the groups that I'm in, don't worry, fret. I'm still active. I've just got, as said so many times, as a constant reminder, I've got so many groups that I'm in as a member, and I'm trying to stretch out as far as I can go for support for people. So for the day, guys, basically, if you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can keep up to date with my newly uploaded videos, as well as hopefully just following me on my social media sites, either Facebook or Twitter, even though at the moment I'm hoping to post up on my AspieAnswers on Facebook a bit more about what's going down if need be, if you need the updates, so that we can communicate and engage. So, and all for the do, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Do what you love. Love what you do. Until next time, AP signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.